Hi, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Shelf Life. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you today about Botox. Now, I don't know if that's like taboo or you're not supposed to talk about it. Some people hide that they get it. I don't really think there's a benefit to that. I've always been honest about, my anti-aging type treatment. So, sorry, my nose is really itchy. Botox shouldn't be any different. A lot of my family and my friends come to me and ask me, like, where would you go? Where would you put it? That type of thing. But then something like this, I should probably start with a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not an injector. I'm just a consumer like you guys. But I do happen to have 10 years this year of experience getting Botox injected, into my body. So I think that I just want to come on here and tell you all the places that I get Botox. And some may surprise you, some you may have never heard of, or this maybe is just an old hat for you. I have a really high metabolism, so I have to go quite often, more often than I'd like, because my body just churns it up and, goes through it really quite quickly. And like I said, I've been doing it for 10 years. So in my case, I haven't really given my wrinkles the opportunity to even really show up. So I started out as preventative at 25. So, that might be late for some, early for others. But the idea behind, like, what my thoughts were, if you're not working through all these scrunchy faces, kind of like right from adulthood, you're not going to get those heavy wrinkles. So let's get to the good stuff. I will show you the places that I get Botox. So a couple of them, pretty normal. Your forehead, that is going to prevent those horizontal lines that you get from raising your eyebrows all the time. Okay, so that's about as much of a raise as I can do, because obviously the Botox is blocking the signal from my brain to those muscles to get them to lift all crazy. I also have this eyebrow, my left eyebrow would always raise more than the other one. So when I get my forehead done, it keeps them nice and even, and it keeps that symmetry to my face. So your forehead, that's the first thing. Your frown lines, okay? So that's so you can't and get that really deep crevice or several that happen in between your eyebrows. That one is pretty straightforward. That's usually part of your starter kit, like forehead frown, right? That's kind of where you start. Upper forehead, upper face. And then, so those were the two, well, it's more than one poke, but whatever. Those were the two main areas that I did for many, many years. And then, as age starts to happen, about maybe like 4 years ago, say, I started to get my crow's feet done. Okay, so when you get your crow's feet injected, it's several injections around this area. What it's doing is preventing all those horizontal and even vertical lines that happen when you smile big. Okay, so you still obviously can smile. I have a big, bright smile, but my eyes won't pucker up closed as bad. And this muscle here can't lift as high to create all that creasing. Okay, so far we've got forehead, frown, crow's feet, both sides, obviously. Then I also get my chin done. Okay, and you're going to say, or maybe you're thinking, why the fuck are you getting your chin injected? But it's probably not going to do it now, but when you can get that really orange peel look to your chin when it balls all up, I get 2 tiny injections right here. I think it's 0.5 of a mil. It's really small, but it prevents that chin from, 1, scrunching up and creating those wrinkles, and 2, when you can't flex that, your chin doesn't fall away. So it's all part of that facial harmonization. and balancing. So, keep nose in line with chin, with lips, right? Structured jaw. And your chin isn't falling away because you can't flex it like you would, like if you're like, I don't know. Anyway, so this one came into my routine years ago, same kind of gig. So about a year and a half ago, I went to the dentist and he said, "Hey, do you clench your teeth?" And I said, "Me? No, I've never clenched my teeth." And he goes, "Well, I think you do because you have fissures all inside your teeth, meaning because of the pressure, you're getting cracks in your teeth." And I'm like, that's not good. So I immediately went to Dr. Brinkett Skin, which is the only place I go to. And I had my masseter muscles, which is the large muscle in your jaw, injected. Okay. Injecting your masseters for me is actually medical Botox because it turns out I do clench during the day all the time. I'll be talking and then clenching. I'll be breathing, clenching. I do it all the time. And once it was pointed out to me, that's when I could really see, holy shit, I have been clenching, and probably for like my adult life. So when you inject your masseters, you can most certainly still bite someone's finger off, maybe not off, but what you can't do, what is preventing me from doing, is clenching hard enough to damage my teeth. I can clench, I can chew on a steak, I can do all those things. I just can't clench hard enough to really overflex those muscles, which then tightens and creates that bite force, the bite force that damages my teeth. But the other benefit, so that's your benefit number one, is physically, it's going to help reduce the stress you put on your teeth and your jaw. But there's also another aspect of it, which is purely cosmetic. If you are a clencher like I was, you are always flexing those large muscles here, which actually squared out my jaw quite a bit. I'll see if I can find an old picture. I think my driver's license picture was from 5 years ago, and I was like a blockhead, which again, when you look at it, it's obvious that I was clenching because they were so formed and defined. So when you inject your masseters, obviously the signal is slowed from your brain to these jaw muscles to clench, clench, clench all the time. Your jaw muscle is just like your bicep. If you work it out all the time, it will get bigger. If you don't, it will get smaller, right? So that makes sense. You're clenching all the time. You're always working it. You're building those muscles. They're strong. They stick out. So the cosmetic thing that happened for me, or the physical, sort of looks part of the deal, is that it really slimmed out my jawline, which I absolutely love. So I'm saving my teeth and I'm getting a much more feminine looking jawline and face. So the masseters are absolutely amazing. I wouldn't give up my Botox for love or money. I've been dedicated for 10 years. I'm going to be 35 years old this year. I pretty much don't have a wrinkle on my face, and I owe it to Botox. Botox is proof that God wants you to be happy. I don't know. So use it in moderation. But I do not stop there. Okay, so we now have had forehead for our horizontal lines and the lifting. We have frown for those deep center lines in between your eyebrows. We have crow's feet to slow those horizontals that come when you have a big smile. I have my chin to reduce losing my chin, and the orange peel effect help to strengthen and have a look of that jawline. Then I have my masseters done. Protects my teeth from my clenching and my freaky anxiety. But also gives my face a beautiful, slimming, much more feminine look than it used to. Then my most recent Botox that I've added, which I am in love with, maybe even more than all the rest of it, is I do the bands in my neck. Now, I don't know if this is new to you or if you're like, oh, Shell, get with the program. But I've been doing the bands in my neck for about a year now. So what I mean by bands in your neck is there's all these bands that run down here. And when you go, you know, they can really quite lift out, protrude, be like almost grabbable, which then in turn flexes and stretches the skin on your neck, which your skin on your neck tells how old you are. So when you freeze these or slow them down, obviously I can still move my head, I can still speak, like it's nothing like that. It's that knee-jerk reaction. So what it does is it keeps those in tight, and it gives my neck a way more slender, a way more smooth, and just a way more, it's just that preventative measure in your neck, because your neck really is not going to lie about your age. So that's as far as I can eat, and I don't even like to do it because the more you eat, the quicker you're going to burn it off. So normally you're going to get those ones that really stick out, but they are softened because I get them injected. Even the side ones, there's a whole bunch. I don't know the injection pattern. But so, and then of course, all these things combined together creates a more fresh, youthful, preserved type state for my face and my neck. Now, that's it. Well, I mean, that's a lot. That's quite a few different places. As far as I know, not a doctor, there is still more places on your face that you can inject Botox. I know that you can hit these DAO muscles if you have really heavy. I shouldn't even comment on it because I don't know enough about it. I've never had it done. You can do a little bit in your lip here, create a lip flip. It's a very small amount. I had that done years ago, but it messed with the way my mouth worked. So I didn't like that. Like it wasn't a full smile because it does stop the signal, right? So I felt like things were a bit droopy, but I know many people that have it and they are absolutely obsessed with it. I just am fearful to try it again because with Botox, like filler, for example, you can use a product that dissolves it, like, and you could go get re-injected a week later or whatever it is. It fully removes it, dissolves it. With Botox, you have to wait for your metabolism to burn it out of your body. So, you know, it's kind of a bit of a waiting game. They can also do some other ones to get a higher bit of an eyebrow lift. And then I'm sure there's all sorts of different things they can do in their hairline. They can use Botox for headaches, hyperhidrosis, which is extreme sweating. So there's a multitude of amazing benefits, but I just wanted to come in here and tell you the locations that I get my Botox. Like I said, I'm a 10-year veteran, and I think it is basically the world's greatest product. You know, for a long time, with your maintenance, your skin treatments, and all the things that I do to take care of myself, a really good skincare routine, I can maintain looking like this for quite some time. So here's what I do know about Botox. If you are 50 and you're just getting Botox, but you have a lifetime of lines and wrinkles, you are not going to be able to see as smooth and wonderful as results as, say, someone like me who started when they were 25. When you start when you're 25, before you even really start to form these deep creases, you basically just keep them at bay. So reversing what's already there, softening what's already there is a little bit harder than treating them before they even really become a problem. But I think that's with everything. So anyway, I hope you liked this video. Drop me a line and let me know if you knew about bands or the chin. Tell me what you guys get. Oh, by the way, in terms of mils, I have no idea. Probably about 100. So that might seem a bit scary for you guys, but the starter pack, I believe, don't quote me, for your frown and your forehead is about 27 mils. So then you got to count You need a larger amount for your masseters. It's a large muscle that works all the time, so you really got to get it. You got to add chin, and then you got to add bands front and side. So I think 100 is pretty fair, but it certainly isn't cheap. You have to be devoted to Botox because your body will get rid of it. And if you love that look, you do have to continue. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Drop me a line and tell me where you get your Botox. Anyway, see you in my next video.